Mic check, test 1, 2. Mic check, test 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. We are underway once again here from Braemar Arena. It's Edina and Elk River, the season finale. Both of these teams get ready to jump into the postseason here, as we'll have the sections all set for you coming up tomorrow. The Hornets, of course, on senior night here, plenty of them on their roster. And we have our game's first penalty. That's going to go against Elk River. And to the bin they go. It'll be number 20 for the Elks, Haley Johnson, the junior. Hornets will enjoy the power play now as they'll work this to the right wing side. That was Adams on it. Now it's going to be handled up high. Played back down low into the corner. Hallie Johnson goes for slashing at 3:40, 12:55 to go in period number 1. It's the Hornets and the Elks from Braemar Arena. Katie Davis back in behind the line. Now she finds Lucy Bolby. That gets too far. And back into the neutral zone it goes. Is going to be regrouped out of the zone by Adams, turned away. Nice job there up high by Madeline Christian of the Elks. Back through center they go with it. Evelyn Adams once again in control. Hornets now play this off the wing, back in behind the net. That's Bolby. They try to find her in the slot as the puck trickles back through center ice as the foot race ensues. 12:09 to go in the period, 48 to go in the power play. Now it's going to be Hendrickson with it. That's Lily Hendrickson. Looks away from one player as she was watched closely there by Kelsey King. And now across the right wing side it goes. Hornets now will possess to the corner. Back in behind. Nice job to edge away from traffic. Brought down on the play. Kept alive, though, at the line. Nice little feed off to the right side by Uline. There's a shot that's stopped and turned aside by the Elk River goaltender. That's Megan Young. There's a wrist shot up high. Young takes that one right off the glove and makes the save. You get a good look at this one on the replay here. There's some traffic in front. Gives it the old stickaroo there. So Hornets will work this thing up high. You'll see Uline backpedals, gathers it in, loads it up, and lets the wrist shot go right into the glove hand there. Face-off win again. Uline shot, blocker pad save, turned aside. That one up and off the netting and out of play. So the power play now has just 7 seconds showing on it. As Edina and Elk River do battle here from Braemar Arena. Now we're at full strength. Here come the Elks across the line. Stick save, strip matter up and out of play. How about that win for Edina last night in overtime? A big game against the number 5 ranked Eden Prairie Eagles. Great hockey game. We saw it right here on the mnhockey.tv. You can go back into our archive section and check that one out. Face-off win by Edina's Jane Keel. Back in behind the net they go with Sophia Dahl. Played up high to the slot. That's turned back down by Madeline Christian, and it's going to be the Elks in their red and white to regroup. Back up from center ice, it's going to be Haley Maxwell to send that one in for Edina, and it's going to be the Elks to regroup off the line, but held in, and it'll trickle into the neutral zone. Now it's handled across center ice by Haley Maxwell, and this one will be played back into the corner. Flayhaven was there for the Elks. They look ahead to the left side, but it's sent right back in behind by Olivia Swaim. Young was down there in goal as she'll watch behind the net as Edina regains possession. In control with Kylie Roberts. Puck is handled off an Edina stick. They walk and shoot. That one deflects. All Edina here in the first 7 minutes of this game with 10:20 to go in the first period. Now on the stick and handled back at center ice. Sent right back in. That one bounds off the end boards as Young will set up back in behind the play. Here come the Elks. Back at center. That's going to be off a stick as it's going to roll in and Strittmatter, and she's going to say, hey, let's slow it down and hang on to this one. So Edina comes up with that 5-4 OT win yesterday. Another one-goal game against Minnetonka by a score of 5-4. They beat Hopkins Park 6-1, all coming off that 2-1 loss at the hands of Blake a couple weeks ago. Hard to believe the season started in Andover, that 4-3 loss back on the 8th of November for Edina. Sammy Reber's edition, priming themselves for a playoff run. Back into the end boards it goes, looking to defend their state title for a third year, the three-peat for Edina. There's a shot that's buzzed wide of the mark by Adams. Back up to the line it goes for Hendrickson. She gets it back, plays this one back in behind the net. Elks will hurry over to play it off the boards. You see the student section there right above it. Now up high they go with it. That shot's blocked. And at center ice, it's controlled. Wrong button, folks. Sorry about that. Next time I'll catch the cough button. Now it's going to be played back across center red. In control now is Kelsey King. She's stopped as Edina plays ahead off the backhand. Tella Jungles. Now they'll play it across the line. They'll try to play that through some wickets there. Nothing doing there as it's going to be the Elks with Koronik with it. Edina takes over, top of the slot. Gifted off to the left wing side. Sent right back in behind. That was Vivian Jungles on the play. The big carom up to the right wing sideboards. Now it's Hannah Chorsky back in the lineup after her injury. Shot it on goal. Puck's loose as it's played to an open corner. Now for the Hornets, it's going to be Bowlby with it. Oh, she's jammed on the play hard into the corner. It's going to be a penalty coming up, that on Elk River. Take a look at that one on replay. You'll see she'll go right to the corner here. As she tried to play it, that's just a little heavy there on the bump. And there you have it. Another power play for Edina, their second of the game so far. They put 5 up on the board there. They put 2 on the board, and the official asked for 5. He's going to get 5. Comes over and talks things over with Elk River head coach Brian Ballinger. See the conversation being had there. I'm sure he's talking about incidental contact and that it was pretty heavy into the wall there. That's not going to change it. He has his piece, and now we're going to face off back inside the zone. Annie Keel to take the draw for Edina. It'll be handled and won by Uline. Top of the right circle it goes. Uline takes over. And the Hornets control up high. Play this one off to the right wing side. Vivian Jungles on it. Adams, left side it goes for Bowlby. As Bowlby will turn and control. Wrist shot, glove save, rebound. That's covered up and handled. Nice job there in goal once again by Young. See Bowlby with plenty of room there. Kind of had to regroup to handle the biscuit. As she looks back up to the top of the left circle. Plays it through a screen. Nice job in front. Solid power play for the Hornets. You see the seniors' jerseys lined up along the back of the Elk River net. They'll play this one back out of the corner. Nifty little move there to stay alive. Back up it goes to the line. Playing it down off the corner is Uline. Her and Vivian Jungles working up high. Now it's going to be the Elks. Nice positional play there as they send that one the length of the ice. That was Jada Brodzinski on the play. And now it's going to be Uline. Left wing breakout they go with Vivian Jungles across center. Now Jungles with 7:26 to go in the period. She's watched. A little stick in there for her good measure. Jungles controls and protects. The one-timer. That's deflected. Bowlby comes away with it, muscles her way to the slot area. That one's fanned on by Keel. She had a chance right on the doorstep. Now the puck's played back up through center ice. Here they come, shorthanded across the line. Wrist shots fanned on there. That by Lassick, the freshman, and now we have a slashing call coming up on Edina. We'll see that scoring chance. And then your subsequent slash right here off the right wing side. Right there, right across the mitts. So the major penalty has worn down to 3:37 left in it. The Hornet penalty will leave us 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, leaving 1:37 of power play time for Elk River. Off the draw, quick shot in on goal. Hallie Johnson, nice save by Strittmatter. Chorsky, nice little move. Up the right wing side she goes. To the right wing. Oh, gets around one. Player on her way into the backhand. Try to play that one through. Wow, what a rush there by Chorsky. Puck is sent back into the Edina zone. We're 4-on-4, so icing will be your call. We're scoreless here in the first period with 6:36 to go in it. Quite fitting that Paul Walsh, your public address announcer, is playing Joe Walsh. That was first on the playlist. It came right out of the chute. Back up to the line. Now this is 4-on-4. Hornets now with Evelyn Adams through the slot wide of the mark. Karen will bring all the way back up high. As it's going to be the Elks try to play that across center, but that's going to be cut off by Lily Hendrickson. And now back on a stick of a Elk player. Delayed offside on Edina. They're going to touch up now. 1:07 to go in the 4-on-4. 6:07 to go in the period. Handled at center now by Chorsky. Quick hands there. Plays that one too far. It's off the stick of Tella Jungles. And back in behind the net it goes. At center. Played back in down the line. Now it's going to be the Elks in control. As they'll handle this one, Willie Edina. Evelyn Adams plays this one over to the right wing side for Jane Keel. Quickly plays that ahead into Elk River territory it goes as it's going to be gathered in and played up by Coes. And now Edina controls. 28 to go in the 4-on-4. Then Edina enjoys the power play again. They'll bump this one down the boards. Played back off a stick, and here they come back up ice. Angling through center. Nice job there. Across the line is Kelsey King. Stuck out of there by Strittmatter. King reaches for it, regroups back into her own zone with 7 to go. She's looking to create. Watched by the Hornets' Olivia Swaim. And now Swaim plays it back into the zone. Up to the line it goes. Here comes Dahl. Loads it up. Snapper, blocker, pad save. Back to the power play as Kate Davis steps right back onto the ice. That's Katie Davis, rather. Excuse me. Annie Keel now. Wraparound attempt. Ooh, she wanted to go high shelf glove. No. Now it's going to be Vivian Jungles down into the corner. Davis cycles back in behind on the stick for Annie Keel. She'll look back up to the line. U-line lost the handle, gets it back. And now they're going to try to spring a player. They do. Here they come. On the breakaway. Johnson over the top of the goal. What a great bid there for the Elk River Elks. Back up to the line it goes. Elks again in control. There's a blocker pad save. Turned aside by Strittmatter. And back into the corner it goes. U-line comes away with it. 45 to go in the power play. U-line tried to send a long pass as she was looking for Keel. That misses the mark. We'll bring it back into Edina territory. .405 showing on the first period. Very fast moving indeed. Outlet to the right wing side. Edina will backpedal this one with Cece Bolby in control. 25 to go in the power play. Davis tries to slice through traffic to the backhand, and a nice save made there. Oh, look at this one. Davis dangles her way through some traffic here at center, gathers the puck in across the center red. And you'll see there's 3 Elk players that converge on her, just goes right through the legs, slips through, gets the backhander, and a nice save made by Young to keep this a 0-0 score with 3:44 to go in the period. Played back in behind the net. Controlled by Edina, 4 to go on the power play, so 2 for 2 on the PK. Are the Elks. Across the line, Bolby takes the feed from Keel. That one's blocked, doesn't get through. Now it's played into the slot area, kicked away by Edina as it's going to be Bolby back in behind the net. Plays it to the left wing, Hash. They look back up to the line. Vivian Jungles slides this one down into the corner. They'll walk across the line, stick safe, turned aside. Now it's going to be handled again by Annie Keel. Vivian Jungles plays it over to the right wing side for Uline. Decides to chip this one in away from the oncoming Anna Jorgensen. And now it's the Elks to control with 2:51 to go in the period. Long clearing feed that was just wide of the mark as Strittmatter was there. .50-50 puck control by Edina at the line. Will be played rink wide. Shot wide of the mark as it's handled behind the net by Jane Keel. She comes back away with it up to the line now on the stick of Lily Hendrickson. Played back down deep by Adams. Now they're going to play this one to the line but not out. Adams walks, lets the slapper go. The clapper in on goal. That one stopped and held on to by Young. As you'll see, they'll work it down the left wing side. Elks converge on the play. They try to clear, but not out, as we mentioned. And then there's Adams to come away with the puck as she loads it up and lets that one go through traffic. They try to get a tip on that one. We're back underway with 2:15 to go in the period. Puck will be played up to the line. There's a slap shot that's deflected. Played back ahead. Off a pair of skates and sent right back into Elk River territory. Stepping up for Edina is Lily Hendrickson back in behind the net. Young's going to set up. Nope, she's going to let it go. Under 2 minutes now at 1:56 to go. In this first period, we're scoreless. Now it's Dahl with it. Shot that, got through and took Young by surprise. Nice job with the stick. Kept it on the ice. Steers it into the corner. Now it's Huseth with it. Edina comes back away. They look up toward Dahl. As Dahl will let a wrister go to flex. Look out, there's a shot in front. Chorsky with a bid, and Young with the save. Great opportunity there for Edina. Once again, you'll watch how this one sets up from back in behind the net. Dahl will take it as she'll walk it up toward the middle. And then she just sort of chips a shot pass through. As that one's held on to by Young. We face off inside the zone. To the line, swatted back in by Edina's Tella Jungles, but they're offside. They're going to have to touch up. 1:25 to go in period number one. Pass is cut off by Cece Bolby. Chorsky turns it up ice. Quick acceleration. Poked away from Chorsky. She'll play this one up to the line. There's the quick wrist shot by Haley Maxwell. As that's blocked, bumped in back in behind the boards. They look for Chorsky out front. Dahl comes away with it. Top of the slot. That one just misses the mark. Young was there with the pad down, and now the Elks will chip this one to center. They'll try to fight this one into the Edina zone as Dahl comes over. She looks back up ice, finds Bolby. Bolby plays this one ahead. Off the boards it goes, and it's going to be controlled by Lassick. Gains the line. She cuts to the backhand through the slot. Edina just stays content to knock that one away. Had great defensive posture there. Here comes Bolby back in across the line. She has a player to the slot and Tella Jungles. Instead, they go to the corner with it. Now Chorsky finds the handle. She's going to guide that back in behind. It's on the stick now of Jungles. That's Tella to Vivian Jungles. Wrister, blocker pad saved by Young to the corner. 17 to go in the period. Down they go. Edina and Elk River scoreless here in the first period. Will it stay that way in the waning moments? We'll find out. Back out of the zone, it's King. She can skate from center, just sends that in on Strittmatter. She hangs on to it, and they'll face off to her right with 1.6 seconds to go. There's your face-off, and that's going to do it here for this first period. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the second period coming up for you as high school hockey continues right here at the MNHockey.tv.
I'm Callie Funk. I'm the program director for the Herb Brooks Foundation, and I've been with the foundation since January of 2017, so a little over a year and a half. I think that Herb Brooks would be very proud of the program. He always talked about building it from the ground up, and I think that's exactly what we're doing here. We're having youth participate, and they can start whenever they'd like, and we're not trying to make that pyramid, we're trying to just keep the base growing all the way up, and I think he'd really be proud of what we're doing here.
The Herb Brooks Foundation started the Rink Rat program over 10 years ago to give the kids a chance to play the game my dad loves so much. Our Rink Rat program is supposed to be fun. Gotta smile. Remember, it's just a game. Get out and exercise. Play all year round. Play on the ice, play in your driveway, play at school. We just hope that you love the game.
So we really try to emphasize the importance of Herb Brooks and the 1980 Miracle team within our program. Herb Brooks stood for a lot of different valuable life lessons, and so we really want to instill the importance of positivity, teamwork, and really coming together as a team in order to meet one common goal.
The Herb Brooks Foundation started the Rink Rat program over 10 years ago. We started it to really keep my dad's legacy alive with children. His philosophy always was to give the game back to the kids and learn to love the game the way he grew up playing, and that was with his buddies out on Lake Phelan, playing street hockey, just those pickup games. And we wanted to have that atmosphere built in for these young children. Instead of structured association hockey, we wanted to get the kids back playing. At the end of the Rink Rat session, we hope kids take away from the program, number one, friends. I hope they made friends and had fun. And we hope they have a true love for the game, the way that we love the game. We have had several kids go on to play association hockey from our inner city Rink Rat programs. We've educated parents on how to enroll their kids in association hockey. Some of them didn't even know there was such a thing.
So we currently are mostly involved in Minneapolis, and that's all areas of Minneapolis. We have a couple schools in North Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, Northeast, and in St. Paul. Last winter we were working out of Phelan, Harding, and the new Tria rink in St. Paul. So we really try to cover a broad area so that we can include as many kids as possible. So the best way I think to reach out and get involved would be to visit our website, herbrooksfoundation.com. You can find all of our information about the Rink Rats programs, any clinics we have in the spring or summer or fall. You can also find contact information for the foundation, as well as many different links to pictures, events such as the Sticks in Stillwater, the golf tournament, Let's Play Hockey Expo, and there's also a good following for our volunteer base as well.
Really, I've been in the mortgage banking business really ever since I got out of college, and it became really apparent to me early that, to me, I really want to work with my family and friends and just people that were close to me. So really, when we started Tradition back in '98, the whole business model was, really doing business with your friends and family and members of the community. So supporting youth athletics is just kind of a natural outflow of that. And certainly for me, I've been fortunate that I've been able to grow up playing sports, my entire, youth, high school, and college career. So to me, it's just fun to be able to continue to be involved. For me, it's just, again, feeling like you're a big part of the community. It's kind of moving forward a little bit. I've benefited from, being given the opportunity to play sports and do all the things I wanted to do when I was younger. So to be able to be in a position to contribute back is great. And Edina has been my home for the last 20 years. So especially youth activities and tournaments that are going on in Edina really is it's pretty special for me to be able to help out. From a community standpoint, I think certainly supporting the high school holiday tournament, it's great. There's a lot of history there. Growing up in Minnesota and playing high school sports, it was always really a special treat when we got to cross the river and come up and play Edina. Look forward to trying to beat them. Oftentimes we were unsuccessful. Every once in a while we snuck out a victory, but just to be in the Braemar Arena and be part of that experience and see the tradition, signs up in there and be part of that. It's pretty cool. So certainly for me, sponsoring the high school holiday tournament is great. But beyond that, also being the lead sponsor of the Edina Youth Hockey Association is a really big deal, with it being, really known as the largest and most successful, youth hockey association in the nation. To be a big supporter of that is really it's a special deal.
So now, what's you got a squad working out back here?
Yeah, this is the elite U15A Green Edina squad. One of the best youth girls hockey teams in the nation. Perennial powerhouse.
And you're the coach. You're part of it.
Years. Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to be involved with the U15 level for the last 6 years. I've had a chance to coach my 3 daughters, one of which has moved on to college. He's playing at Middlebury College out in Vermont, and then I have twin sophomore girls that are playing for the high school team this year. So it's been a special experience, but it's a great age, great coaching, despite them shooting pucks at me. It's a great level. You really get a chance to see some great players, and really the U15 team has become a feeder system for not only Edina varsity, but several of the private schools around. So just really a fun chance to get to coach some great kids.
I'm Callie Funk. I'm the program director for the Herb Brooks Foundation, and I've been with the foundation since January of 2017, so a little over a year and a half. I think that Herb Brooks would be very proud of the program. He always talked about building it from the ground up, and I think that's exactly what we're doing here. We're having youth participate, and they can start whenever they'd like. And you know, we're not trying to make that pyramid. We're trying to just keep the base growing all the way up. And I think he'd really be proud of what we're doing here.
The Herb Foundation started the Rink Rat program over 10 years ago to give the kids a chance to play the game my dad loves so much. Our Rink Rat program is supposed to be fun. Gotta smile. Remember, it's just a game. Get out and exercise. Play all year round. Play on the ice. Play in your driveway. Play at school. We just hope that you love the game.
So we really try to emphasize the importance of Herb Brooks and the 1980 Miracle team within our program. Herb Brooks stood for a lot of different valuable life lessons, and so we really want to instill the importance of positivity, teamwork, and really coming together as a team in order to meet one common goal.
The Herb Foundation started the Rink Rat program over 10 years ago. We started it to really keep my dad's legacy alive with children. His philosophy always was to give the game back to the kids and learn to love the game the way he grew up playing, and that was with his buddies out on Lake Phelan, playing street hockey, just those pickup games. And we wanted to have that atmosphere built in for these young children instead of structured association hockey. We wanted to get the kids back playing. At the end of the Rink Rat session, we hope kids take away from the program, number one, friends. I hope they made friends and had fun. And we hope they have a true love for the game, the way that we love the game. We've had several kids go on to play association hockey from our inner city Rink Rat programs. We've educated parents on how to enroll their kids in association hockey. Some of them didn't even know there was such a thing.
So we currently are mostly involved in Minneapolis, and that's all areas of Minneapolis. We have a couple schools in North Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, Northeast, and in St. Paul. Last winter we were working out of Phelan, Harding, and the new Tria rink in St. Paul. So we really try to cover a broad area so that we can include as many kids as possible. So the best way I think to reach out and get involved would be to visit our website, herbrooksfoundation.com. You can find all of our information about the Rink Rats programs, any clinics we have in the spring or summer or fall. You can also find contact information for the foundation, as well as many different links to pictures, events such as the Sticks in Stillwater, the golf tournament, Let's Play Hockey Expo, and there's also a good following for our volunteer base as well.
And Elk River, by the way, 15-6-3 entering this contest here tonight. They've had themselves a really nice season. As they are huddled around the bench areas there, you see both squads getting dialed in here. For Elk River Zimmerman, they came off a 7-1 win over Armstrong Cooper, 3-2 nail-biter against Cambridge Isanti. And then they tied Spring Lake Park, defeated Maple Grove. They had that 7-0 loss to Andover that stung back on January 12th. But since then, they've been quite impressive. 3-0-1 in their last four. And they're taking on a very solid Edina edition. And we're underway here to start the second period. Edina moving from left to right across your screen in their white, gold, and green trim sweaters. And that one quickly is whistled down. The Hornets had a couple of power plays that they were unable to convert on. One of them a major, but that was shortened into a 3-minute power play. after they took an infraction. Good to see Tom Terwilliger, the godfather of Edina hockey, is making his way through the crowd right now. We can rest easy. Back at center ice, it's going to be handled by Edina across the line. That was Bolby with it, picked off by the Elks. That was Fisher who plays that one ahead up ice for Christian. They'll lose the handle as Edina regains possession at center ice. Big collision in front of the penalty box area. No call there. As Edina controls with Annie Keel back in behind the net. The big carom to the corner. It's guided back in. On the play by Tella Jungles. Poked away from them. Delayed penalty coming up. This one on Edina. Happened in the corner there. They'll get away from Keel, but she'll get enough of a puck there. They're going to say a body check on Edina, and to the box goes Hannah Chorsky. That'll be the second infraction of the game for Edina. As we'll get to see Elk River get back on the power play, or be on the power play for the first time. Back in behind the net now, the Elks control. There's a wrister. Save made by Strittmatter. Fought that off. Rebound. Scores! Oh, the Elks strike on the power play, and they take the 1-0 lead. We'll take a look at this one on replay. You'll see how they work that one from the right circle. Strittmatter makes a nice save. Puck sits into the slot area, kicks free, and then they beat her to the glove hand side. On a big power play goal here in the second period for the 1-0 lead. So far for Edina, in their attempt to beat Megan Young, the goaltender of Elk River, it's been a little easier said than done. Christian, the goal scorer. Keel was there in the corner now for Elk River. That was Reeve with it. Nice job out of the corner. Keel muscles her way. Young makes the save. Right off the corner. Nice shallow angle effort there as she shuts the door. Edina with a nice response after being scored on there. I'll walk this one across the line. Nifty move by Keel. There's a shot that's wide of the mark. Keel was there. And now it's going to be handled off the boards by Gacky and pulled away from traffic by Johnson. They'll find the center red and play that one in deep. Elk River changes. They go wholesale on that as Edina will play it ahead. That's Davis. She finds Keel, rings the boards. It's cut off and played up to the left wing side. Kaylee Sullivan, that's off a pair of skates. Edina controls now with Roberts, and across the line they go. Nice control in on goal. That's Jane Keel with the bid. Young will watch that and decide to pounce on that and make the save, or make the, actually cover the puck and complete the save. Nice job by Keel, the bull rush on the net. The freshman looking solid. Off the boards to the right wing side. Coes is there. Now Edina's in control with Roberts turned away from the corner. She stays on it. Now gets a little bit of help from Jane Keel back in behind. All the way to the far corner it goes. Coes again with it. Roberts fishes it out of the wickets along the goal line. Save. Oh, nice one there by Young. Shallow angle. Opportunity there by Jane Keel. But no, says the senior netminder for Elk River. And we'll face off inside the zone. Face-off win controlled by Edina. Blocked up high by Elk River. That was Johnson on the play. Now it's going to be controlled by Bowlby up high to the slot. They'll turn this one up ice quickly. Here they go. Gacky with it, plays it to the right wing side. Now it's going to be Johnson. Long shot in on goal. Strittmatter the save. She'll hang on. Face-off comes up to her left. Megan Young is one of the semifinalists. She's headed off to University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire for the senior goaltender of the year, named by Let's Play Hockey. 14-6-3 on the season with a 2.29 goals against average and a .921 save percentage. She has a pair of shutouts on the season as well. They basically are going to whittle this thing down from 10 to whittle it down to the finalists will be named on February 7th, and then the winner announced on the Ms. Hockey Awards banquet on February 24. The other goaltenders that were nominated for that award: Abby Edstrom from Hibbing Chisholm, Kayla Frank from White Bear Lake, of course Young, we mentioned her, Quinn Kuntz from Warroad, Madison Lato from Roseville, Mara McLean from Bloomington Jefferson, Lucy Morgan from Maple Grove, Michaela Paul from Rochester Mayo, Bailey Shuck from Champlain Park, Coon Rapids, and Taylor Smith from Mound West Tonka. Well, it's come to that time of the year. It's just incredible. We'll get into the Ms. Hockey semifinalists for you here in a minute, as that one sent in back in behind the net. The Elks' Kylie Huseth plays that around to the corner. And Huseth comes right back into that one across center. Check that. That's Fisher with it. Fisher now looks toward the slot area. Strittmatter makes the save. Wisely covers up and hangs on to that. Here's a look at your semifinalists for the Ms. Hockey Award in 2019. First for Edina, you have Cece Bowlby. She's joined by Mallory Uline as well. And then other players named will be Haley Blinkhorn from Hill Murray, Izzy Daniel from Blake, Katie Kaufman from Hill Murray, Kelsey King, we see her right here for Elk River Zimmerman, Caitlin Kotlowski from Warroad, Manon McMahon from Maple Grove, Sadie Peart from Grand Rapids Greenway, and Madeline Wethington from the Blake Bears. Across the line, Edina controls, and Young makes the save. She's going to just jump up top and pull that one down to the big blocker pad and trap it with the glove. 11:35 to go. And a lot of whistles in the second period. Much more flow in the first. Elk River, though, that big power play goal has been a difference maker here. Played back into the corner, up to the line it goes. Wrist shot, deflects wide of the mark. Edina will control now with Swaim. Protects the puck up high. There's a shot that's steered aside again by Young up to the line. Edina now on it with Jane Keel. She's bothered on the play. That was Coes with the play. There's three Elks surrounding the puck with a couple of Hornets. Now it's walked out of there. Jane Keel in on goal. Young steers, and now it's going to be Swaim with it. They try to ripped that out of the zone on that play. That was Fisher. Hornets thwart that would-be opportunity. Now it's Lassick with it. She plays this one off the boards. Back up into the center ice area it goes. The Elks, long pass, cut off by Edina. They're starting to get some rhythm to their offensive flow. Here comes Bolby across the line. Cece Bolby scores! Oh, what a play there. Bolby absolutely lights it up. We'll take a look at this one on replay. There you see Bolby from center ice. She hangs on to that one across the line. She had plenty of room to work there. She cuts back through traffic and lights that one up. It's now a 1-1 as Edina ties the score. U-line is there for Edina as they knot it up. Cece Bolby on the unassisted marker there. She picked that off in the neutral zone and off to the races she went. Now here they go back to the left wing side. They want more. Edina in control behind the net with Tella Jungles. Tries to work her way through traffic. It's picked off a pair of skates. Bolby's shot's blocked. And now the Elks will play this one up to the left wing side. Huseth was in on that play. She gets it back. Pickpocketed, neat play by Chorsky. Plays it down to the corner. Jungle shots partially blocked. Gets it back. She gets ridden back into the end boards by King. And now it's played up to the right point. Uline pokes at that. Huseth comes away with it. She's got a player with her. That's Gacky. She's going to hang on to it. It's poked off her stick. Good defensive play there. Handled by Edina's Adams. Now from the right wing side, they try to play it to the slot area. It's going to be Uline who gets a stick on that. Oh, they scored! Oh, I thought that went in. I think everybody else did too. Let's take a look at that one on replay. What do we have here? We have a penalty coming up to Edina. That much we know. But you'll see the puck right there. I thought I saw it there off the left corner of the net, but I stand corrected. They're talking things over there at the Elks bench. So power play goal was the first marker for Elk River. Can they strike again? We're tied at 1 with 9:17 to go in the period. All the way back in front of their own goal. Now behind the net. Handled off the boards by King as they'll backpedal and play through center, cut off by Cece Bolby. And now it's going to be controlled on the stick of Johnson. Left wing side handled by Christian as she's going to leave it back in behind the net. Edina will pick that pass off to the blue line. And now it's turned up ice as they'll hang on to this one. King back behind the net. King will wind it up. Watched closely by Davis. That one's off the stick of Christian, and here they come. Edina with a chance. Annie Keel stays on it. She has Davis with her. Keel now protects the puck, gets through a stick there and plays it all the way back into center. Game 25 for these teams as the seedings of the sections will be named tomorrow, and then it gets real starting next week. Win and move on, lose and go home. Only one team can win them all. Fisher at center. She's thwarted. It's sent right back in by Vivian Jungles. Picked off by Edina. Scores! Oh, bar down for Annie Keel. It's 2-1 Edina. You'll watch this turnover as Edina just kind of flushed him. And there it is. Keel takes it off the skate. She's wide open. It's a tough goaltender to beat. She goes up top, and she goes posting in, and it's now 2-1 in favor of Edina with 7:50 to go here in the period. That was a big one for them indeed. Annie Keel, the goal. So unassisted and short-handed. Hello to Tom Chorsky, busy at work on the set of Fox Sports North. The Wild back in action. Seemed like they had a full season summer off with that All-Star break. Finally getting to play here on Friday. How about Bukestad getting traded from Florida for Derek Brassard, basically, to Pittsburgh? Back up there. You know, he didn't have the greatest numbers rolling here this year, so, I mean, obviously when you get to Pittsburgh, you got a chance. Oh, there's a big opportunity in front. A nice save made by Young. We're going to take a look at this one on replay. We'll catch it in full speed there, and then we're going to slow her down right about here. As that thing came in quickly, and Young makes the save. Back in play it goes. That rolls the stick of Vivian Jungles. Cece Bolby for Chorsky. Walks away from traffic, stays strong on the puck. In on goal, and that's stopped there by Young. And there they go, back out of the zone. Johnson with it for the Elks. She looks to the slot area. Great back check by Edina as they look back up ice. Chorsky takes it in stride. Very smooth player. Oh, nice feed down low. Scores! What a play there. Tella Jungles on the terrific Chorsky setup. Look at this. Just gains the line in complete control. I'll tell you what, Harvard has got a good one there. Nice feed there to the backhand, and they trickle that one past the Elk River goaltender for now the 3-1 lead as Edina's responded with authority after trailing by a score of 1-0. And a timeout now taken by the Elks as they want to talk things over here in the second period. So it's Jungles from Chorsky. That even strength marker was at 10:25. Off the timeout now. Edina will play this one off the glass, and that'll make it for an icing call. And the faceoff will be right in the Edina zone where Elk River wants it. Back at center ice it goes. Edina will control with it. Maxwell at the line. Chipped at by Koronek. Now Edina will pick up the puck with Roberts. She goes down on the play. And they're going to guide this one back to safety behind the net. Huseth around the boards. Now it's going to be gathered in and up ice they go. 3-on-4 across the line. The Elks will get a partial change, pair of defenders, and a couple of wings. Back in behind the net, Edina. Outlets to the right wing side for Roberts. Nice job defensively. King was there to make the play. They're going to trickle this one back into Elk River territory as they look up ice. That's cut off along the way and handled now on the stick. That by Coes. In front of the bench area. Reaching back is Christian. They'll send this one in on goal, and that's hung on to by Strittmatter. Seniors for Edina that are in their last home regular season game here at Braemar Arena include number 4, Olivia Swaim. Number 8, Mallory Uline. Number 10, Evelyn Adams. Number 11, Annie Keel. And here they come. And on goal, Davis to the forehand. Scores! Oh, she looks for the big-time Selly there right in front of the bench area. Had to keep that with you before we took the replay. Here she takes the loose change off the wall and just strides her way in. Just waited the goaltender, and shovels that one into the back of the net, where it's now 4-1 Edina. CC Bowlby mentioned her, Annie Keel, and Ellie Strittmatter, your seniors here on this edition. There's a shot, blocker pad save, up in the air it goes. And it's going to be handled across the line by Bowlby. She waits, gets it back. Oh, she wanted the short side. Now Chorsky gathers, hangs on to it, very confident in traffic. Chorsky from the slot. Blocker pad save, nice one there by Young. Off the boards, now here they go with King. Cut off by Edina's Evelyn Adams, and that's going to be offside at the line. 4-1 your score in favor of Edina here in the second period as they've delivered 4 unanswered on Elk River. They'll backpedal and play this one up through center. Hey, by the way, don't forget, tomorrow we've got a good one. Eden Prairie and Minnetonka. Another Section 2AA battle. That's in boys hockey from the Pagel Activity Center. Skippers have been getting all sorts of attention this year, and they've hit a little bit of a bump in the road. And, you know, you hear a lot of people say, yeah, you need to go through them, but, I'm not so sure this is – you still have some time there on the boys side of things, but you want to start getting your ducks in a row there. Back up to the line it goes. Swaim chops on that one. Bumps this off the board. Nice job. Edina controls with Jane Keel back in behind the net. She's going to be jammed on the boards defensively there by Jenna Koronek. Edina will pinch with Swaim off the corner. Get some help. Fished out of there by Gwen Hendrickson to the line. That one's turned aside with the blocker pad by Young. And now it's going to be the Elks back up out of the zone. Jorgensen watched on the play by Lily Hendrickson, and now it's going to be Vivian Jungles in control. Here's Hendrickson with it. That's Gwen Hendrickson across center. She's going to play that one in deep. They'll get the change. And Coes plays this one up, back to the line. That one's wide of the mark. Keel comes away with it. She's got help in the corner, and Lucy Bowlby. There's a shot that deflects. Ooh, they score! Oh, nice job on the puck that kind of floated up on Young, and then finding the extra rebound there was Lucy Bowlby. They're going to say no goal. He said something about a high stick. Yeah, there's one right there. That's what I saw. But I don't know if there's contact on the stick. He said, "Are you sure?" He said, yep. So the talk there was about the disallowed goal for Edina that was played with a high stick. It's kind of interesting. So the official that called it a goal was the one that had to talk it over with Sammy Reber. And the one that called it off was the one that said, go ahead. Back to the corner it goes. He was pretty definitive about it, and it did look like it from our replay that a high stick got a mid on that one, or a little connection there. Ooh, there's a Young thought that was a penalty. She started to race off the ice, and nothing doing there. We're down to 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Long pass at center. Davis plays that one through everyone to the right wing side. Huseth is there, protects behind the net, banks it off the boards. It's going to be gathered in by Sullivan. They'll play back up into center ice area. Davis will guide it from the left to right on the backhand. That's handled by Maxwell, and now Edina will take it up the left wing side. Try to bat that one out of the air. That's Keel with it. Annie Keel tried to make a move. Davis stays with it. Ooh, Keel had a player in front trolling down the slot. Was Telejungle's puck was loose, stopped and handled there and turned aside back up through center ice. Edina will now look to play this one back into the zone. Davis, now it's going to be handled once again by the Edina defense. 1:05 to go in the period. Nice little breakout there as they go D to D. Touch pass to the left wing side. Bolby tried to find Chorski. And now it's going to be up high. Bolby comes away with it again. Stays on the puck, works through a hook. Rebound, puck's loose. It's still loose, still loose. Chorski tried to gather it in, and it's going to be moved ahead by Huseth. Bolby down the line. Chorski there as well. And from the center ice area, it's going to be controlled by Adams. She turns this one up ice. Outlets to the right wing side, drags everyone to the left and goes to the right for Bolby. Bolby leaves that off for Chorski. Took her by surprise. Her shot was off the shins and blocked by Cora Coes. Back from the corner. Poked at by Uline to center ice. Edina will regroup. Adams plays this one back in behind the net with 5 to go in the period. That's going to pretty much do it here. As they'll play this one back into the corner. Chorski was there, Bolby as well, up to the line, and that does it for the second period, though. Edina with a good one. They go down 1-0 early on a power play goal by the Elks. King scores that one, then the Hornets bounce back with 4 straight here to take the 4-1 lead into the break. We'll be back with the third period coming up for you right here on the MNHockey.tv right after this. Hockey continues right here on MNHockey.tv along with Chad Schumacher. He's the owner of Tradition Wealth Management. I'm Pete Wagner between periods. And Chad, I always enjoy these chats because you've got one heck of a juggernaut working here at Tradition Wealth Management. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Let's talk a little bit about who is Tradition Wealth Management, what you guys do, and give me a little bit of a history lesson on how all this started for you.
Great, thanks, Pete. Yeah, we've been around since 2003. One of my best friends who was in the business, Jake Annebeck, they own Tradition Companies. We played against each other. We were in high school. They were looking to branch out and get another avenue company going, and we got together, and Tradition Wealth Management's been here since 2003.
It's amazing. You guys locked horns in high school, and you still are, aren't you? With the little Lakeville South, Lakeville North action.
Correct, yeah. There is only one part of Lakeville, though, right? So.
Yeah. Sorry. I just say who's winning the battle. I guess I don't need to go there.
Yeah,
so as far as your office is concerned, is there future growth? I mean, how many employees do you have, and where are you guys located?
Yeah, right now we have offices here in Edina, Woodbury, downtown St. Paul. and we recently opened up North Oaks, and Wayzata will be opening up in February. So we have 20 people now. We're probably going to go to 25 to maybe 30 over the next 5 years.
Look at you going to Wayzata Street, as I like to call it. Yeah. Wow, very impressive. The cash center of the West Metro. What makes Tradition Wealth Management unique, Chad?
Well, I'd say certainly our people. I mean, I got the best staff. Everybody says that, but we truly, everybody's been here, for almost 20 years. It's, being specialized in there. We really specialize that each different person has their own plan, and everybody goes through a plan. So we try to separate it. We've kind of created a private family office for people that don't need a private family office and take care of all public securities. Most of our clients have been here, 10 plus years, if not, since we've been in the business. So we feel very fortunate. And now we recently opened up our sports management division for some of the athletes that we're working for. And so, we really want to make sure we can help all those people stay on the right path as well.
So as far as the type of personnel that you have here, you touched on that a little bit earlier there. What makes them unique? What do you look for in the people that you bring in here?
Well, obviously they're going to have to have a passion. We don't want it just to be just a job. People pay us a lot of money to make sure that their money's in good hands, that the service is impeccable, that we do nothing but have a positive attention to their accounts. We realize that we're going to have ups and downs all the time, but as long as we stay consistent, we're going to tend to keep people for a long time at our firm.
Yeah, I think you guys have a unique way of reaching out. One of the things Scott Boyning said from the bank side of things, it's really big time word of mouth. And if you take care of your people, that's what happens. I'm sure that's part of what your strategy too as well is. But what else have you guys done? Can you talk on your network a little bit and how you've built that out?
Yeah, well, over the years, obviously it's a small community. Whether it's hockey or a lot of people know everybody in there. You can have a reputation for 25 years and lose it in one day. So you always got to be on top of your game. We practice what we preach. We're in the community all the time. I'm on the board of Hope Kids, which is a local charity for kids who have life-threatening illnesses. We have Tradition Pass It On. We're always out there trying to help give back.
And by giving back, so many people have benefited from that. And, I know it's from those exercises that not only myself, but others are now aware of your great company.
Yeah, no, it's been very fortunate. We're blessed to have good people not only here at Tradition Wealth Management, but all the other brands that are out there. So, a lot of the networking is just done intercompanies with our clients, and they know that they're going to get top-notch attention. And so, naturally, it's a good fit for them to be introduced to us. And it's been a very blessed place to work.
So you have a lot of growth that's going on. You're obviously opening another office out in Wayzata. How much have you seen your world here grow as far as maybe the past year or so, as obviously things are humming along pretty well? How have you guys been impacted that way?
Yeah, we're having a record year as far as the people that we're working with. There's a lot of volatility in the market. There's a lot of people selling companies. There's a lot of money in motion. So, we have various things that we run into all the time. There's always enough to stay busy. And, we're trying to get to $1 billion here in the next couple of years. So we have a little bit ways to go here in the next couple of years, but with I think some of these new places that we're opening up, there's plenty of people that we can help, and I know that a lot of people need the help.
Finally, how do I get a hold of you at Tradition Wealth Management?
You can call our main office line, which is 952-563-6500, and they can get a hold of you. Our website is www.traditionwealth.com, and my individual email address is chads@traditionwealth.com.
I have to say that through personal experience, this is a great organization to work with. It's very personalized. It's worth it. Give it a call. Why not? You're already on the air with us during the hockey games. Make it even better. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Pete. Appreciate it.
Once again, that's Chad Schumacher. He's the owner of Tradition Wealth Management. We'll have more action coming up for you right after this. Securities offered through Pro Equities, Inc., a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Tradition Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Tradition Wealth Management, LLC is independent of Pro Equities, Inc. Periods on our Minnesota high school hockey coverage, and are pleased to be joined by Tradition Capital Bank's Scott Boyning. Scott's the market president for Tradition Capital Bank, and Scott, you got quite the thing going on here. Can you kind of give us an overview on Tradition Capital Bank? What is it? How many employees, future offices, or what you have for offices and future growth?
Sure. Thanks, Pete. Thanks for the opportunity. Tradition Capital Bank was a de novo bank in July of 2005. Today, 13 years later, we're about $700 million in assets, so a nice-sized bank. Main locations in Edina, Minnesota. We have a full-service bank in North Oaks, and possibly going to the West Metro in 2019.
Oh, really? Yeah. Can you give us any nibbles of what you're thinking, or
just growing the franchise? We've got a lot of clients and referral partners out in that area, so that way we'll be able to service the entire Twin Cities metro.
Boy, that's fantastic. So you'll have all angles covered there. From your bank, I personally bank with you.
Thank you.
And I love it. It's very efficient, very impressive. The staff is great, and all of the services are fantastic for me from a business perspective. Can you tell us a little bit about what makes your bank unique?
Yeah, we really focus on the relationship banking model, which is really getting to know our clients. So we're more positioned as a private bank, which means a lot of different things to different people, but really what we're focused on is larger relationships, less customers, more service. Kind of the old school way of doing banking. We sit down, meet with an individual, talk about themselves and their business and how we can help them. If it's over a cup of coffee or if it's at the bank or at their business, it's the face-to-face handshake type relationships we have. That I think in this day and age in banking kind of sets you apart with some of the big guys.
The big out-of-the-box chain type banks we've seen. But the other thing is how much has that, do you think, contributed to your future growth out to the West, and also your $750 million in assets, that type of strategy? How much has that played into it?
It's a very important part of our strategy. We're 99% referral based, so great clients like you, telling other people, that's the best way for us to grow. We've been organic growth from day one, hiring good people and taking care of our clients, and that's how we continue to kind of see our growth going forward.
Now, we know the economy has been soaring and the stock markets have been incredible, and it's been, for a lot of people, a good year. How has the year been for Tradition Capital Bank?
It's been another strong year. We've had about organically about $100 million of growth year over year for the last 4 years. And a lot of that is attributed to the overall economy in the Twin Cities and Minnesota market and the real estate market. Obviously, lately, rates have gone up a little bit, but we still feel there's a lot of strong growth in the new housing, new construction area going into next year. But we also, we're getting larger as a bank, we're getting more diversified. So seeing businesses grow, need for capital, and with rates going up, we're also paying a little bit more on deposit rates, which correspondingly kind of can help or hurt your margin depending on how you're doing.
In terms of, we kind of touched on a little bit about word of mouth and your relationships and those kinds of things, but what is one of the things that you do to, beyond that, to compete with the larger big name banks that you see the signs everywhere?
Yeah, for us, it's try to make banking simple and quick turnaround. We're locally owned and operated, so we make decisions here locally really quickly. Term sheets usually within 24 hours for a loan. Deposit accounts we can set up very efficiently, very fast. Technology is a game changer. I think that's the great equalizer in banking going forward. So we continue to invest in technology to help make it easier for our clients and their businesses to do business with us.
Now, we do know that technology is part of everything, and there are some tools out there that people employ in every aspect of business. What have you done on the banking side of things to utilize that?
For us, it continues to be, I think, paramount is the security side, and we continue to make investments in security. You're seeing a lot of fraud, cybersecurity, things like that in the news. And then mobile apps, continuing to make our mobile app the best we can to make it easy, taking a picture of your check to make a deposit so you don't have to come in, moving money. We're also researching additional ways for people to be able to move money easier.
Yeah.
You've heard of Zelle and different things like that. I think you're going to continue to see that. Fintech's a big word these days, but more innovations in technology will help banks like us compete with the bigger banks. Because if you can combine the relationship plus the technology, that's really tough to beat, I think. So, kind of be a fast follower, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? You don't need to invent the wheel, you just need to modify it.
Exactly. And that's, banks of our size, I think that's kind of the golden rule going forward is make sure you have the products and services, but combine that with the true relationship banking model.
Any last words you have for our listeners?
We'd love to help you. We're here in Edina and North Oaks. If you're looking for a locally owned, operated bank, we'd love to take the time to meet for coffee and see how we can help you.
I second that motion. Make the call. That's Scott Boyning. He's the market president from Tradition Capital Bank. And once again, they're a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
I'm Callie Funk. I'm the program director for the Herb Brooks Foundation, and I've been with the foundation since January of 2017, so a little over a year and a half. I think that Herb Brooks would be very proud of the program. He always talked about building it from the ground up, and I think that's exactly what we're doing here. We're having youth participate, and they can start whenever they'd like, and we're not trying to make that pyramid, we're trying to just keep the base growing all the way up, and I think he'd really be proud of what we're doing here.
The Herb Brooks Foundation started the Rink Rat program over 10 years ago to give the kids a chance to play the game my dad loves so much. Our Rink Rat program is supposed to be fun. Gotta smile, remember it's just a game. Get out and exercise, play all year round. Play on the ice, play in your driveway, play at school. We just hope that you love the game.
So we really try to emphasize the importance of Herb Brooks and the 1980 Miracle team within our program. Herb Brooks stood for a lot of different valuable life lessons, and so we really want to instill the importance of positivity, teamwork, and really coming together as a team in order to meet one common goal.
The Herb Brooks Foundation started the Rink Rat program over 10 years ago. We started it to really keep my dad's legacy alive with children. His philosophy always was to give the game back to the kids and learn to love the game the way he grew up playing, and that was with his buddies out on Lake Phelan, playing street hockey, just those pickup games. And we wanted to have that atmosphere built in for these young children instead of structured association hockey. We wanted to get the kids back playing. At the end of the Rink Rat session, we hope kids take away from the program, number one, friends. I hope they made friends and had fun. And we hope they have a true love for the game, the way that we love the game. We have had several kids go on to play association hockey from our inner city Rink Rat program. We've educated parents on how to enroll their kids in association hockey. Some of them didn't even know there was such a thing.
So we currently are mostly involved in Minneapolis, and that's all areas of Minneapolis. We have a couple schools in North Minneapolis, South Minneapolis, Northeast, and in St. Paul. Last winter we were working out of Phelan, Harding, and the new Tria rink in St. Paul. So we really try to cover a broad area so that we can include it.
Well, it's that time, folks. We're about ready to get started here for the third period. Edina and the Elk River Zimmerman Elks. Edina with 4 unanswered in the second period have taken themselves a comfortable 3-0 lead. Hornets with 4 losses on the season, 4-3 to Andover. Then they fell 4-2 to Breck and 5-4 to Blaine, and then 2-1 to Blake. They split with Blake, and most likely we'll be seeing them at some juncture here, most likely in the finals of the section. It's always going to be very interesting. Bumped off the boards to center, a little quick surface there. It's going to be too much and icing the call. We'll bring it back down into Edina territory. Be sure to join us tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at the mnhockey.tv. Got a game coming up featuring the Minnetonka Skippers and Eden Prairie Eagles. It's in boys action on Monday. We've got more boys action, a makeup game featuring the Academy of Holy Angels and Hopkins Royals. Puck is steered off to the right wing side, sent in behind. Adams is there, plays back behind for Uline, who guides it along for Lucy Bolby. The junior plays this one across the middle of the ice as she found Roberts. Her check that was Maxwell, rather, that flowed up in the play that she found there. I'm going to play this one back through center ice. Steered aside by Strittmatter. Now it's going to be picked up and handled by the oncoming Anna Jorgensen. And Keel plays this on the tape for Lucy Bolby with Chorsky to the net. Bolby to Chorsky, shallow angle. Nice little flare of the right pad by Young to turn that one aside. Now through center ice, it's King. Knocked away from her. She puts on the brakes. King will shovel this one back along the line. Nice stick save turned aside by Strittmatter. Got a little owly there. She had a player working her way through to the crease area. That was Haley Johnson. And now it's going to be played to the left wing side, but knocked away by the defense in Coes. Chorsky waits, plays it over to the right wing side. Bumped off the boards by Lily Hendrickson, who's going to regroup back in behind her own net. Hendrickson stopped in her stride there. She tries to play this one back through. Now it's going to be off the glass by Bolby. That's going to be now across the line they go with it. Shallow angle shot by Vivian Jungles is patted out of there with the right pillow of Young. Nifty pass through center ice for Johnson off her stick, but that'll make it the length of the ice for icing. She nearly had the ability to bust in back in behind, but instead it's off her stick on the other side of the checkered and back into their zone we go. "14 home games for this Edina Hornet hockey team this year, including 3 from the Walser. Off the boards to center ice. We streamed 13 of them for you here. Back up to the line. There's a slap shot that's blocked, but turning and shooting as Roberts scores! What a job in the slot area. Hornets take the 5-1 lead. Watch this opportunity up to the line. That one gets back up through traffic. There's Roberts, gathers it in and just muscles it past. Did that one get a little help on the way in? We'll find out. Elks now have it. Yeah, that was credited to Roberts. In on goal, turned off to the left and held on now. Actually, as she regathered it in, did Young. 13:52 showing on the clock here in the third. Edina with the 4-goal lead and the 5-1 score on the board. Elks will control to the right wing side. That gets underneath the stick. Played across the line. And it'll be handled back in by Elk River. That one hits traffic. Quickly to cover that up as Strittmatter as things get dicey in front. That sticks. The girls' game, when they go after it in the slot area, you don't see it get out of control much where the extra shots come into play. They kind of let them know they're there, and they zip in, zip out. Bolby the draw. Tella Jungles to the right wing side. Chorsky, that one's going to be an icing call as we'll bring it back into Edina turf. Jungles and checked at Bolby and King in the face-off circle. Adams' attempt up the wall was stopped there, and now it's going to be Bowlby. Tries to work this one through. Fisher was there. And now it's guided ahead. Nifty play there off the boards. That one was taken right off the stick of Chorsky, and a fine play. She'll walk this one across the line. Now here's Hannah Chorsky. Oh, nice feed down low. Drew a screen and took it right through the legs. Just great usage there. She comes with it back in across the end boards as King gets in on her. Chorsky wins the battle, looks out front, tries to feed it to the goal mouth area, and that's off King's stick. Back in front it goes. Elks look to transition out of the zone. They can't, and they'll be forced to regroup. Down goes Bowlby. Got up awfully slow. She's favoring her right knee. She's trying to push off to get to the bench area there. And she finally gets there as she's going to be greeted by Steve Cheetah, the athletic trainer for the Edina Hornets. We'll see what happens there. She could not put a lot of pressure on that leg. A big part of this Edina team. We'll keep our eye on her for you. Whole bench is looking at her. Sammy Reber and the coaching staff. In on goal. That's held on to. Back in behind the net. Edina quickly out of the zone. Jane Keel. Her shot's blocked. Back into the end boards it goes. Handled at the right point over for Vivian Jungles. Snapper in on goal. Nice stop there by Young as she read that one through traffic. And that one will be an icing call. Watching the Bowlby situation on the bench. Right now there's not a lot going on. I think she's going to be okay based off of what I'm seeing. She's up and standing. Edina will control up to the line. There's Vivian Jungles. Ooh, nice feed to the ongoing Annie Keel, who had the stick down. Look for the backhanded tip there. Back at center ice it goes. It's going to be handled by Lily Hendrickson. Over for Vivian Jungles. Ahead she goes to Annie Keel across the line. She walks in and try to go short side up top. Off the glass it goes. There's Dahl to make the play off the right boards. Protected and played back into the corner by Annie Keel. She's bothered on the play by Coes. And Edina wins the stick battle in front. And here they come. Elk River in transition across the line. And that one will be icing. Back the other way we go. Bowlby, the face-off win. She's back out. No worse for wear. Comes away with it. Plays that up for Dahl. And here they come out of the zone, the Elks. They spring it to the right wing side. Edina will regroup back in behind their net with Dahl. She's going to tuck that back to the near corner. Maxwell is there. That's played to center ice by Tella Jungles. Now it's Dahl who comes away with it. Across the line, protects and rings that one in back behind the net. Chorsky walks and shoots. Oh, that one. She had an opportunity there. That was shut down. And now they're going to play this one back up across center and behind Strittmatter. Maxwell now goes from right to left, gains her own line as she's watched on the play by Kelsey Anderson of the Elks. We're under 10 minutes now, winding it down to 9 left here in the third period. 3-on-3 across the line. Coes with it to the corner as she's watched. They'll battle up off the end boards. They try to force that one in on the wraparound attempt. Nothing doing there. That was Sullivan on the bid for the Elks. Now Chorski will take the bank pass from the boards. Right on the tape across the line. Loading it up, shooting that one off the mark. Up high off the glass by Tella Jungles. And to the neutral zone it goes as Edina will turn this one back up ice. Across the line it was Adams to play this one back in behind. That's cut off, and look out, here comes Roberts as she's going to play this one to the corner. She comes away with it, looks up for Adams, instead goes to the low slot area, and here they come out of the zone. That one's going to be sent all the way back into Edina territory. And icing the call as we bring it back down into Elk River zone with 8:13 to go in the period. Back in behind the net now. Edina controls as they work the offensive zone. Roberts is there. She's going to have some forechecking assistance from Olivia Swaim. Now it's Adams down from the left point to pinch that one through. Covering up high for her is number 17, Jane Keel. Keel will trade off with Adams as she works her way to the high slot area. There's Roberts with it. Roberts now looks back into the slot area, nothing doing there as Edina will come back up to the line. Adams. Now the Elks through center ice. Nice job at the line to keep. Oh, nope, just offside there. We'll bring it back into the neutral zone with 7:29 to go in the third period. Restart that one. Adams now. Chop back into the Edina zone. They've got Adams for a tripping call, I think. She's a little surprised by that one, pleading her case on her way through. But nonetheless, there she goes into the penalty box. So we'll face off in the Edina zone. Power play for the Elks. They gain possession to the line. Quickly over to the right side. Loaded up, wrist shot deflected in on goal. Nice save by Strittmatter. She dealt with some traffic coming her way with Johnson. Christian in the face-off circle gets the draw. It's Fisher with it from the right point. Back in behind the net. Sullivan watched by Uline. Now it's going to be on the stick of Christian. There to take over is Fisher. Up to the line. Ooh, one-timer, no. Now it's going to be played back into the corner. Oh, redirect. Terrific save by Strittmatter. Nice deflection by Fisher. Back into the Edina, or the Elk River zone it goes as they'll regroup with 1:16 to go in the power play. 6 minutes and 30 to go in the third. Nice job to get away from one checker, now two. Back up ice goes King. Loads it up. That's blocked by Lily Hendrickson. And helping her out over on the far side is CC Bolby to send it the length of the ice. Played up to the left wing side. Hendrickson again fires that one back into Elk River territory as they'll work it out of the zone. Edina, though, taking away some space there as it's back up at center ice with Swaim. Chop back into the Edina zone. Now Jungles comes away with it. Vivian Jungles lifts that one through traffic, and back into Elk River territory it goes. They'll backpedal and play this up to the line. Ooh, big collision there. Bolby was there. Ran into the Elk River player, Anna Jorgensen. 15 to go in the power play. Across the line. Controlled now by Gacky as she's watched on the play by Vivian Jungles. And up ice they go with Cece Bolby. She'll try to angle her way back across. There's a shot that's steered up and out of play. Nice bid there by the Hornets on the shorty. You'll see right here, Bolby gathers it in and then accelerates right across the center red line. Gains possession and opens up to the forehand and still gets a good shot in on goal. 1 second and Adams will be on the ice. Edina with the offensive zone faceoff. 5:17 to go in the period. From the right point, Maxwell drops that one in on goal. That's handled and played away. And now Maxwell again turns and sends that back into Elk River territory. Icing your call. 4:55 to go in the period now. We'll bring this one all the way back down. Elks will control again to the left wing side. They better watch it, though, as the Hornets' forecheck is on. Lucy Bolby was there. Now it's going to be picked up by King. And she'll walk it through center. Strittmatter, nice save as she goes down to get it with the glove and hangs on. There goes Swaim up ice. She's chopped down on the play. Stays with it, though, as good positioning was thrown in by Flayhaven. As now the Elks will play back to Flayhaven up in the neutral zone. She better hurry because here comes Dahl. The King with it. Turns it up across the line. Hornets see her, and they pay a lot of attention. Gwen Hendrickson from the center is going to play it in deep. Hornets content to force the Elks to go 200 feet here late in the game. As the clock is clearly their enemy. Penalty coming up. That one down in the corner. See if we can get a good look at this one. You see the puck here right on the boards, and down they go. So the Elks will go for a holding penalty, and Edina gets their power play. Both get tossed. Cece Bolby the win. U-line down the boards. They'll control this across the goal line. They'll try to tuck that one in, but there's Young to make the save. Now it's Vivian Jungles. They leave this one off. Look back through for Bolby. Touch to the corner. Bolby gets it back. Back up for U-line. Back down for Bolby. She'll walk and leave off to the corner. Nice job there by Keel. She tried to go short side up. Say that 5 times fast. Short side up top. You'll watch this nice little play. They draw in the PK unit there out of the box, if you will, and they kind of broke down on them, and the Hornets get themselves a nice opportunity, but here they come back the other way with a 2-on-1 snapper in on goal. Strittmatter the save. And the opportunity there by Christian. Well, looks like they're taking another. Allison Fisher's going to go for a roughing call. So the Hornets now will enjoy a 5-on-3 power play. Edina plays this up to the line with Adams. Adams gets it back, fans on that one. It's played to an open wing. Here they come, they're short two. King is going to take it in. Oh, and a nice save by Strittmatter. Got the left hand and glove on that one. Not a lot to do when you're down 5-on-3. King to the corner, the Ms. Hockey finalist. Wow, what a great PK here. 53 to go in the 5-on-3 for Edina. Now Cece Bolby out of the zone with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. She'll cross the line. Bolby has Davis shot. Oh, did that get stopped? I think so. Davis gets it back. Goes through the slot area for Bolby, who turns that one back up high. Now Uline plays catch with Bolby. They play it to the right wing side. Uline, wrister blocked away by Young as they're going to play it back up to Uline, top of the left circle. There's a wrister by Vivian Jungle, steered aside, nifty save. Now again, in possession, leave off, top of the left circle. Now it's Adams with it. Her shot misses the mark, 10 to go in the 5-on-3, and we wind it down now to 2 minutes remaining in the period. Back up to the slot, Keel's shot's blocked. King forces it through center as Edina will regroup with Uline to center ice, and now it's going to be turned up across the line by Bolby. Now it's a 28-second 5-on-4 power play for Edina with $1:40 to go here in the third. Bolby scores! What a play out of the corner. Edina connects on the back end of the 5-on-3 for the 6-1 lead here in the third period. Take a look at this one on replay. Bolby gives it and goes, and she gets it and throws it into the top shelf as they're sitting comfortable here with $1:37 showing on the clock on senior night in Edina. It was 0-0 after one. Elk River tallied the game's first goal. And then Edina has now ripped off 6 unanswered. They'll collide back in the corner. And outlet to the right wing side. Poked to center by Swaim. Roberts foot races this one with Koronek, and she comes away out of the corner, walks back to the side of the goal. Elks will be content to play this one. Cycle to the corner. Back in behind the net. Eggert was there. Now it's going to be Uline controlling, working with Adams, who gets it back from the left side. Cuts back against the grain. Adams across the line. Carries this one deep into the corner, puts on the brakes. There's a wrist shot that's stopped, pushed wide of Young. And back to the corner, down goes a Hornet player. And up to the line they go. There's a wrist shot traffic that misses the mark. And they're going to jam up against the far boards. Adams again slings that one back in behind the net with 12 to go. That's going to do it here, folks. Edina up to the line. Uline. Now Adams, 5 seconds, sends that one through. Young the save. Back over to the corner. Adams again the shot. That does it. The seniors go home in style here in Edina. Big contributors in this win. Strittmatter in goal. Bolby, Swaim, the entire team involved in this one. Keel, once again, your seniors Olivia Swaim, Mallory Uline, Evelyn Adams, Annie Keel, Cece Bolby, and Ellie Strittmatter playing their last varsity regular season home game. Of course, they'll have a little sectional action going on here too as well. There you have it, folks. The final score is Edina 6 and Elk River 1. We're going to be back on the air tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It'll be a dandy from the Pagel Activity Center. It'll feature Eden Prairie and Minnetonka. For our camera operator, Todd Grover, I'm Pete Wagner. Good night, everybody.